Hi, my name is Anastasia and I'm obsessed with all things interior design. You know, there are some furniture pieces that you can see absolutely everywhere, like skinny jeans back in the days, right? So today I want to share with a few popular items that I would personally think twice before buying. Some of them I once wanted myself, but over time I realized they might not be a best choice. Stay with me and I will explain you why. Let's dive in. So I'm sure you have seen this table, which is really functional and modern looking, mid-century style design. So we will be talking about furniture inspired by Componibili storage unit. So the Componibili modular storage units were designed in 1967 by designer Anna Castelli Ferrieri for the Italian company Cartel. So the pieces were groundbreaking for their time. They were stackable, you can change the configuration, and they come in different bright colors. These pieces became icons of modern design and are still produced by Cartel. But there are other companies that also copy or get inspired by these designs, or you can find some of the furniture on the vintage market, for example, from Facebook. So pros of this furniture piece is compact and really functional, which we love on this channel, right? Also, as I mentioned, it comes in various bright colors that will suit to many types of interiors. It doesn't take much space in your place because it's a cylindric shape, and it creates also some softness and roundness in your interior. It's also quite modern and I would say timeless design that will be looking good for years and years. But you would ask, if it's so good, why you wouldn't buy it? First of all, it's really personal preference of mine. I don't like the design. I appreciate it, but I don't want to have it in my place. Because, I don't know, something about the storage unit make me uncomfortable. I don't know what exactly. Also, I see it absolutely everywhere and everybody uses this in their interior designs, and it's kind of like mainstream right now. So it's always your choice if you want to have it in your apartment or house or not, but I personally don't. Please like this video, is for free, and if you want to get a content like this, subscribe to my channel, and I would really appreciate if you write a brief comment, even using emojis, underneath this video, because it's a small thing but it's really important for developing my channel. Thank you so much. Let's move on. Let's talk about Bouclé. So I'm talking now about all the Bouclé furniture, the chairs, the couches, even the beds, everything Bouclé. So from the French, Bouclé means to curl. So it basically describes the texture of this fabric. It was popularized in 1940s and 50s by, you will be surprised, Coco Chanel and her iconic Chanel jackets. So in the interiors, Bouclé became the mid-century modern staple, especially thanks to the designers like Eero Saarinen and his famous Warm Chair 1948. So this fabric traditionally is woven from wool, but nowadays it can be produced with cotton or silk or synthetic materials as well. So what are the pros of using the furniture with Bouclé fabric? It looks stylish, especially with the streamlined shape. The texture creates the coziness and also creates more dimension in the space. So you can use these furniture pieces in many styles of interiors. So it can be Scandi, it can be minimalism, Japandi, and also you can use it in the color interiors and it creates more charm to your place. So let's talk about the cons and why I don't like these Bouclé chairs. Maintenance. Maintenance is not as good because of these curls. You cannot clean it that easily, especially if you have pets or your hair sheds a lot. It's stuck in this fabric and it's not that easy to clean. Also, it usually comes in the light colors, beige, white, so it's not really practical to clean it. Even though, as you can see, I also have a light couch, but the fabric of this couch is quite easy to clean because it's smooth, it's like velvety. So it's very trendy recently, last few years I would say, and even Ikea now started to produce the pieces with Bouclé, and I think it's just too much. It's like a Dubai chocolate of the furniture. So everyone, like, it was popular, everyone purchased it. Now in almost every house we have a Bouclé chair or Bouclé sofa or whatsoever. And also what comes with this is that these chairs, I might be wrong, but usually they are not that comfortable, and couches as well, because this fabric should be really tight on the surface, and the surface should be quite sturdy, so the shape looks really defined, and it holds this fabric in a good way. So I think it's not really also comfortable, and also can be not very durable, and with years it can look worse, especially if the fabric is not high quality. But it depends on the situation. So this is why, like, I would say, one, if you like Bouclé, that's great. But you don't need to make your only couch from Bouclé, or select some small chair or some small couch if you have multiple couches. Don't make it the only one you have in your place, because it won't last that long, and it's also maybe not that comfortable, and don't invest that much in that. But it's my personal advice. If you want, you do it. If you don't, you don't. But I think we're really so full of Bouclé, and we need to move on and find other fabrics, other materials, and also depends on your living situation. If you have pets, might not be your choice. Next is SINNERLIG pendant lamp, which I personally really wanted for my apartment, but I will talk about this later. So first of all, let's talk about the designers. It's the work of British designer Ilse Crawford. So she created this design using hand braided bamboo. So it's lending both warmth and texture to your interior spaces. So it's very popular IKEA item. It goes in two sizes, the 30 cm diameter and 50 cm diameter. What is good about this pendant lamp? It fits effortlessly in almost every interior style, from minimalist and Scandinavian interiors to more boho, more eclectic and jungle themed. Also, very often I saw it in restaurants and bars, and its natural look and the way the light comes out of it creates really cozy atmosphere and might be the main light source of your room. It is stylish and also budget friendly. Cons: why I don't like SINNERLIG? Because it's everywhere. I really wanted to get it, but I see it in the every window I'm passing by, in every restaurant, everywhere in the social media, in Pinterest. Everybody has this lamp. It's too popular for me. It's also becomes this mainstream. With time, I understood that this design is a little bit rough. It's kind of unfinished. It's too simple. It's missing some detailing. And I know it's quite a budget piece and you cannot expect much from it, but for me, I think I need something more complicated than that, and more, maybe with more details, different finish, etc. We still in IKEA planet, and now we will talk, actually I'm looking at it right now, it's behind the camera, is IKEA KALLAX shelves. So let's talk a little bit about the history of this super popular IKEA shelves that I think everyone once in their life had in their apartment. So in 2014, not that long time ago, just 11 years ago, it was the Expedit line, which looked a little like KALLAX. Börje Lindgren, a long-time IKEA product developer who worked there for 40 years, led this redesign. So what is new in KALLAX? It was made with slimmer dimensions, rounded edges, and also lighter materials, which made it much more safer and easier to transport. And the materials that are used in the KALLAX unit are more durable, while the inner cube size remained unchanged. So pros: what is good about this shelving? First of all, it's very universal. You can DIY it in so many ways, it's barely recognizable as KALLAX unit. You can color it, you can add doors, you can add more decor to it. It's so many variations really how to change it, and so many ideas which you can find on Pinterest or other platforms. The second one is that it's affordable, it's very cheap, and you can purchase multiple units. They also come in so many different variations and easy to assemble as well. So what are the cons? It looks heavy and too bulky. When I got one for my place, I was actually surprised how chunky this shelving looks in a small apartment. So might not be the best choice if you're living in the small space. Also, despite bodying and made it more durable, it's still not durable enough. It's still, of course, cheap furniture piece, but it's really wears off quite fast. And I think even when you assemble it, you can already see some imperfection of these materials. So let's talk about the lamp shades again and lamp. I know it's too many lamps in this video, but I am actually really passionate about this topic. So the next one is the floor lamp, but not the simple one, the paper floor lamp. So these lamps are inspired by Japanese rice paper lanterns. The paper shade diffuses light in a nice soft glow and creates a cozy atmosphere. So it's blend of Eastern Asian culture and European stylish interiors. It's also quite budget friendly. What are the pros of using this lamp in your home? First of all is the price. Usually they're quite on budget. You can find some pieces in Ikea or in your local furniture store. You can find them in different shapes, different sizes. Other point is that this lamp creates a serene atmosphere, creates the ambience in your place, it creates the mood, it's soft light. It's very lightweight because it's the rice paper, so you can transport it easily. The material is quite sustainable, I would say. Looks good in many interiors like Scandi, Japandi, of course, minimalistic interiors, and even like Parisian chic interiors. Many styles look really good with this lamp. Let me also make an accent that I'm talking about this square-ish lamps or these bulky chunky lamps with strange shapes, and some of them can be nice as well. And I'm not mentioning the ceiling lamps, the pendants, no, because I like them actually, but I have this thing for particularly floor lamps. So what I personally don't like about them is this design. Is too squarish, is really strange sometimes, and I don't get it. It doesn't look good in the interior. Also, it's not very durable because the paper material is quite thin. You can poke it with something, or if you assemble it not in a careful way, you can damage it, and also in transportation. So it's not very long lasting, it's not very durable material, unfortunately. It might take quite a lot of space in your room because some of the lamps, they really need a lot of space because they're quite wide. Cannot be a nice choice for the small apartment. This light doesn't have a direction, so you cannot like make direction to shine in one side and or to other side, so the glow is like everywhere. It's not really good for reading as well, I would say. Please write down in the comments if you like this kind of pieces that I'm talking about in this video. Next one, actually I would say I don't see this much in the interiors, but I think it's still worth talking about. And it was really short period of time when I liked this piece, but now I think not many people use it. But now I don't like it anymore for many years, and I want to talk about this. The Sunburst mirror. So it's basically the round mirror which is surrounded by the rays made from metal. Sometimes they are curved and more classy, like different kind of designs. Usually these mirrors come in the small sizes. So this design is originally inspired by 17th century Baroque design of King Louis XIV emblem of the sun. So it became a symbol of luxury and opulence. It became popular again in 20th century in the Art Deco and Hollywood Regency interiors. Today you can use it as the radiant focal point for your wall art, for your gallery wall, etc. And it's usually made in the gold finish. So what are the pros of this? First of all, you can find it in many different styles. Can be more industrial, can be more classy, more art deco style, and can fit to many interiors. Can be also quite on budget, depends where you find it. You can also find it on the flea markets and on vintage markets, Facebook Marketplace, etc. It adds more interest and dimension. It might be like a jewelry piece for the wall or for your room, for your bedroom. Can be a good focal point. But why I would not recommend to purchase it now is because, first of all, I don't think it's popular anymore, and it was popular maybe around 10 years ago, and now the popularity of this is fading. Second of all, it's not practical, so it's just the decoration, because usually these mirrors are in the small size, so you cannot really use them for their main purpose, the mirror. The cheap mirrors don't actually look good, which many items also tend to. There are many designs of this particular item that I don't like. Also, I don't think there are many interior styles where these mirrors can fit in well, but they work well with this type of interior styles like Hollywood Regency, as I mentioned it earlier, Art Deco, mid-century modern, our favorite, and some eclectic interiors as well. But for, I think, Japandi or Scandi or really boho style, I don't think it will fit. Maybe if it's made of different materials, but I would not recommend using it. And by the way, if you want a video about the interior design styles, please write here in the comment, and maybe there are some particular styles that you are interested to hear about from me. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye!